What's up guys, it's the Gold Steelix here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a World of Tanks replay in this thing, the BDR G1B Tier 5 French heavy tank. Here it is. Looks rather stupid. So yeah, normally I'm not playing heavy tanks, but I don't know, for some reason. Well, actually no, there is a reason. I was told a long time ago that I'd really enjoy the French heavy line, and I've only just got around to doing it. And by doing it, I mean getting to the first heavy in the line. Well, technically the B1's the first heavy, and I did play that. I didn't free XP it, and it was awful. It was really bad. Yeah, here it is, the BDR. This is one of my first games with the Top Gun. I think this was played the night I unlocked the Top Gun on the BDR. Yeah, it would be embarrassing if I was talking about it and it didn't have the Top Gun. But I played with the second best gun. I free XP'd up to the second best gun, and I played it from there. Here's Mezin behind me. In his KV1, let's free cam and show you. There, look at him. You can't really, but you know, there he is. And I keep forgetting to turn colorblind mode on. I'm sure you'll all be fine. For some reason it doesn't remember that I have it on in my actual game. Because I like it in the game, I prefer it, but we'll just roll with it. I'm sure we'll be fine. So this Lux drives into the city and gets destroyed. Not sure what else he was expecting. Leading the charge, got pretty much all the heavy tanks on the team following me, but it's going to take a while before they can get here. So, yeah. Recently, with my life, the weather's been, around England here where I live, weather's been pretty shit. It's been, missed the shot on the KV1 there. And this thing does have a really long reload, because I do not have 100% crew yet. I think I've bought a 75 and they're now at 80, the commander's now at 80. But the weather where I am has been absolutely disgusting. It's been so hot. I've just been coming home just feeling awful, and it's not good. Managed to pen the KV1 there and get back into a semi-side-scraping position around this corner. Mez puts one into him. He's now on 29. Someone's going to finish him off, I'm sure. Mez finishes him off. Alright. So now, I think I'm going to move up through this city, or I might move into the middle actually. I think that's my plan here. Like I said, I don't watch these before I record them, and I have a vague idea of what happens. Although when I was thinking about it, see, I should have fired a lot earlier and taken the semi-snapshot there instead of letting him get away. But I think I managed to put a shot into him anyway. There we go. Slightly low damage roll, but I was never going to one-shot him anyway. Sitting on 479 right now, which is nice. But that's only 2 shots, so we need to do a bit more. And I don't quite put one into the TOG because I lose my penetration from that that truck thing in front of me. English is hard, you guys. And I go through the front of the TOG. Pretty easy shot for this gun. TOG doesn't have much armor, especially on the hull. KV1 takes out the first TOG. We've got one more, and we've been seeing a lot of TOGs because of this special event that's been going. I know I've got mine. I haven't played it because I don't really much like the TOG, and I'm sure a lot of you will dislike that opinion, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not a big fan of the TOG. Now, someone smacks the TOG for all its hit points. I think that was the KV2 down there. So he did, what, 600 and something? I wasn't looking at the time. I think I did my camera too low. But yeah, that's I think that made him a one-shot for me. Yeah, that should be a one-shot for me now. Go around, one-shot the TOG, don't stop, keep moving, look like a badass, all that. And they now have a Sherman Jumbo and a T-67 at our base. The 100Y might get the T-67, but I think the T-67 is going to take the artillery. And I'm still on full health because that's the thing. I play a lot of light tanks and thinly armored tanks, and I feel like I'm starting to play heavy. I think that might be why I struggle with heavies, because I sort of play tanks in a way where I try not to get hit, because I'm used to playing tanks without much armor, and I think that's going to be a good thing for these tanks, to be honest. I say try to not get hit, and I take a hit, but there wasn't much I could have done to avoid that. And for some reason, he decides that he would go side on to me. I'm not sure if that was just him miscalculating the angle or something, but for some reason he decided that was a good idea. So the KV2 is storming off through the city. I'm staying back with these 2 togs. Someone took out Mez at some point, and I wasn't paying attention. But on 2 kills, 1100 damage, which is a decent game for any tier 5, really. Even this thing, when you consider that it's got 240 alpha damage, which is a lot for tier 5. And I think that's probably one of the main selling points of the BDR, is that gun. But so far, I've only put, this was like my 21st game in it, by the way. I think that was the number, 21st. So I haven't played many games in it at all, so I can't give you a proper idea of it, because I was going to review it, but I think I've done one review, and I think I'd rather just do replays and talk about the tank. But that's one of the reasons why I'm just doing this, because I don't know enough about it. But the way I perceive it so far is that it's kind of like a good gun, but on a not so good overall tank. And if you're good at playing tanks like that, you know, I'm not necessarily talking about glass cannons. I'm just talking about, you know, tanks that are similar in nature to that. And can I find this T67? Not quite. For some reason, I stupid and decided to fire anyway, even though it's behind a rock. Tog 2 takes him out. Optimus Prime with Leet Speaks. That's a glorious name. And there should be another T67. No, it's not another T67. What am I talking about? It's a Hellcat. And the Hellcat is, well, last spotted over by D and C1. Whether he's still going to be there, I don't know. KV2 is going to be going up the middle. Not the middle. He's going to be coming up here. This is Derpy. Moving up here. So I'm going to move up to the middle. And I'm guessing I'm just going to try and support the KV2, get an alternate angle of fire. Because let's be honest, I'm not going to need much pen for the rest of these targets, especially the Hellcat. So I will be okay for when it comes to firing from a distance. I really butchered that sentence. I apologise, but you know, I can afford to fire from a distance and allow the penetration roll off to just occur. This is one of the negative things for me about playing heavies. I'm not a big fan of slow tanks. I find them actually really difficult to play. I turn and aim for the Hellcat, and I miss once because I was being an idiot. I could have just moved it forward like a tiny bit, and I would have been alright. Thankfully, the Hellcat stops, and now I've got him. But I roll low, and I don't get to kill him, which is unfortunate. But oh well, at least I got a full damaging hit into him. Well, not full. I rolled low, but I still got a damaging hit into him. So now it's just 2 artillery left. This KV2 is going up against the AMX 105 AM, and I think that's a Burt, FE304. No, it's not. What am I talking about? Why did I think that was a Burt? I thought the grill was a Burt, looking up there. The AMX 105 AM and the grill. So tier 4 and 5 arty. There's a chance that I could be one-shot by the grill. The chances of me getting one-shot by the French tier 4, I think, are less likely. So we'll see. I'm not sure if we'll run into him because he wasn't quite in the place I'm going to. I'll speed this up again because that's the problem with heavy tanks for me. I can't do it, man. It just really annoys me playing them. Can we get the high damage roll? We need to one-shot him. No, we can't. That was kind of unfortunate. See, this is just... See, look, I had to do this at real-life speed. You guys don't know what it's like. Well, you probably do because you probably play some heavies, but still, for me, that was stressful. And I take him out, thus ending the game. So, that was my ace tanker in the BDR G1B. 1600 damage, which isn't actually a lot for an ace tanker, but then again, this was only a tier 5 tank. And I guess maybe there are some people who struggle with this thing because it's not quite as easy mode as the KV1 is at tier 5. But then again, this thing does have some advantages to the KV1 at tier 5 in that its one-shot kill threshold is a bit higher because you've got that 240 alpha. So when tanks are down to 200, where most tier 5s need 2 or maybe even 3 shots, depending on how much alpha they have, because some guns are some guns at tier 5 still have just under 100 alpha damage. So, you know, you got to remember that when you're rolling down with this thing. It's quite a big statement, that 240. So you can one-shot kill more things than other people in their KV1s may be able to. So that's something you need to bear in mind. But also what does sometimes happen is you end up with not a lot of kills on the flip side because you should put a shot into something, take off all their health, and then someone else kills him while you're reloading because you do have a very long reload with this thing. Because my crew isn't 100%, I was going around with like nearly 9 seconds, I think, on the reload, which is pretty bad. So, looking at the little screen, that was pretty much 28,000 credits. It might as well be 2,196 experience. It was on a double. This was on the weekend when we got a double for all of the victories we had, and I did 637 spotting damage, which is a bit weird. and 1,600 actual damage. Well, I've been over that in the thing, so that's pointless to talk about. Obviously ace tanker, because I just said that. Fire for effect, duelist, and bruiser. So that was my game, the BDR G1B. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.